Good evening, everyone. This is Borax from the Custom Saber Shop forums as well as FX Sabers. Just wanted to get you guys a video showing the Wyrm saber, full custom saber, created originally just for fun, but also entered into the 2011 saber contest on the Custom Saber Shop. This was a super fun build, although as you can tell extremely detail orientated and very time consuming. Just started out as a few little scribbles when I was drawing one day, and just kind of became what it is through trial and error. This is full, there's just aluminum tubes that have been there's about 5 or 6 altogether, aluminum tubes that have been all lathed down to different inside and outside diameters to slide together, and then the outside's carved into, you know, their idea that just kind of popped in my head. It is running a FX mall board, I believe, which has the 5-watt LED engine, deep red. It's only giving it about 1300 milliamps, so it's not as bright as I would like it, but it's still, once the blade's in it, it's with enough wrap, poly wrap on the inside, it still looks pretty good. It has a couple of little features that, you know, were just ideas. Originally this started just kind of, I wanted to make a saber that, it's kind of in the fantasy realm, but also I found this small thing on Wikipedia about Sith that would take, say, those space slugs and infuse them with force powers, and, you know, turn them into, you know, worm-like creatures to do their evil bidding. And so it originally, from the start, it was going to be something that was completely organic. I didn't really want to make a saber that looked like a saber. I just wanted it from beginning to end and all around to look like it was a creature, something, you know, like imagine just shrinking down a creature and turning it to metal was kind of what was going through my head when this was being drawn out from start to finish. So in tail with that, what it does have is a really cool feature, which I was really happy to incorporate. It has a real genuine ruby. It's a raw ruby, so it's completely uncut in any way, as a heart on the inside. And what I did here is it has this cover plate here, and originally I wanted it to be something that slid or came off with a hinge, but I couldn't work that in a way that was as organic as I liked, so I ended up going with the it's a magnetic detachment, so it has 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And again, that was just kind of just came about because I tried it with 1 on top, 1 on bottom, and that while it stayed on there, when you hit the saber, like as if it had a blade in it, it would the piece would come off. It would slap. It would come off and then slap back down, so it would make a slapping sound. It just kind of looked, you know, kind of ridiculous. But now with the 6 magnets, small earth magnets in there, it stays on there. It doesn't do any kind of slide. It doesn't even budge. So even smacking it around with the blade inside there, it doesn't budge at all. So I was really happy with that. On the inside here, kind of going along with the organic theme, I've got a trans red coating of paint, as well as on the inside chassis. So it kind of gives it like a, if you rip the guy's cover plate off, that would be, you know, his flesh or blood underneath of there. And then if you can see on there, it's got the Sith Prophecy font. Says Blood Wyrm. That one's a direct translation. Most of the other writing that you can see that I have on the stand here, what I did is, this is the Sith code. That is, then I used a website to translate it into the Sith language, and then from there then translate it into the Sith Prophecy font, and then wrote it on there, which was very time consuming, but I like the way it turned out in the end. So here on the saber, this is the activation button here, as well as the kill and recharge port. And what I did with that, because I wanted to kind of keep it organic as well, there is a slot that is cut on the inside, because what it is, as you can see there, turning on, it has, I don't know if the camera's going to show that very well, but it has a small slot in there to where I can keep the horn in there, and the saber will stay on if I do it just right, just like that. So even when you're playing around and stuff, it won't fall out. If you can see that, so what I did is on the inside there, it has the ruby you see, and then it has one LED lighting up the main, and then it has a blinking LED, which gives it a really cool beating heart effect like I wanted, which I'm really happy about. Originally I did have two blinkies in there, but I couldn't get them to blink just right to make it look like a, you know, like a solid heartbeat. So we just went with the one, which ended up looking pretty cool, especially through the rib cage there, which I think that looks really cool, and I'm really happy with the way that turned out as well. Just kind of looks like it's ripped open, exposing his rib cage and his heart. And then the heart is actually resting in, as you can see in the pictures, you know, so it's what that is just polymer clay actually, and then I kind of just carved it or shaped it to look like veins and organs, you know, surrounding the heart, and then just use a heat gun to kind of bake it in place, and painted it with the trans red, which gave it kind of a cool guts looked for me. Here you have, there's a small horn here, which is the activation button. It's spring loaded, set inside this piece here. Go ahead and one thing I have a set screw that kind of lines that up, so every once in a while it kind of gets unset. But as you can see, it's got a cutout for the eye. The blade plug, another feature that I was really happy with. Turn it into teeth, and the light shines through, makes it look really cool. Doesn't do a very good job of not blinding people, but it cuts it down enough to where you're not going to do some serious damage. The rest of this, the carving on this, was just hand drawn on there, and then just started working it with a Dremel and files. Lastly, a lot of handwork inside of there. Just kind of perfecting it, kind of making it look, you know, putting some organic skin folds in there, and just kind of making it look a lot as creature-like as you could. You did a lot of phantom swings. I did do something that after, let's go ahead and turn it off here. After I spaced out where I wanted to put the board and the internals, I read in a post that in the center of the saber is about the worst place you could put an FX board, which I have stupidly done, but that's just my inexperience. But in time, I actually want to put a Prt.1 with a dark meat font inside this. The video's getting kind of long here. And then along the top here, all these horns are the actual screws. This is the blade screw, which is you can easily turn with your finger because I put a curve on it, so you can turn that with your finger. The rest I kind of set in place with vice grips or needle nose pliers, so they stay really good. For its look, it kind of looks like it'd be kind of uncomfortable to hold, or the horns would kind of give you a good poke, but they don't. This ends up fitting my hand. As you can see, the contour of the skin here and the shape, it fits my hand perfectly. And as well, I don't know if you can really tell, but this this piece here that houses the recharge port and switch is actually off-centered to the right, or the left actually. And what that does is it allows my pinky finger falls right into that groove, and so when I'm gripping this saber, it's very solid grip. Feels really good with the cover plate on there too. It's you can see it's got